are y'all? Good. I hope. Uh, haven't been here. I hope. I didn't record last week. Came back from vacation. Quality vacation. Yeah, so I didn't record last week. However, again, I'm here today, recording. Um, so yeah, vacation. Just came back from Jamaica. So that was nice. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? Definitely, definitely well needed. Well needed. Not well rested. Did things back to back, but it was all good. And if I haven't said it before, most of my family is from Jamaica, if not all of them. However, that's where I was. I did go. I did not visit family this time around. However, it's more of a tourist type trip. So it was all good. Either way it was all good. I enjoyed it. Ate a lot of Jamaican food and just had ultimate fun. Excuse me while I clean my glasses because I forgot to clean them before I started. So hold on. People on YouTube, one second. But for the people on the podcast, welcome back. I think I do look a little different without my glasses, so that's a good or bad thing, depending on who you are. And if it's a bad thing, whatever, I don't care. Excuse me, sorry. But the last episode I posted, I was talking about my workout regimen, my eating habits. To softly put it, I was talking about my eating habits and what I ate and what I did. And of course, as I eat or as I talk about my eating habits, there also goes along with my workout habits. And so yeah. So basically, today's episode is brought to you by me. Today's episode is me talking about the gym and what I do in the gym. I'll give you a little insight on what I do in the gym. I did have like some plans or like some future plans to basically post a couple of my workouts, what I do in the gym, and how I have fun and just lift weights and do everything else. So yeah, so we're gonna get into it. So welcome again. Today's episode is called "Man, I Look Good." Yes, I do. Man, I look good. My workout routine. So what's happened since? So like I said, do a little recap. What's happened since? So like I said, I went to Jamaica. Jamaica was nice. What else has happened since? Like I got back tired, went to work the next day. Didn't get into like 1 a.m. Clocked in for work the next day. Had a full Wednesday through Friday. I just been feeling tired lately, honestly. So I think after I record this, I'm probably gonna take a good little nap. What's going on this month, or how's this month going? This month is going good. April is a very good month. By the time you hear this, it'll be June. But this month is going very, very good. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Getting into my program for work that I've been recently accepted to, so that's pretty good. How's work going? Like work is going well. Just taking it day by day, honestly. Let's get into it. So the meat. So what's all right? So the meat says, what prompted me to start working out? So I'll say this. What prompted me to start working out? I think in one of my episodes, like I mentioned, like being weak or anything, something like that. Again, always been told, been this, been that, just like, oh, he's weak, he's this, he's that, he's weak, he's this, he's that. So I think that's one thing that really stuck with me as far as like why I wanted to work out some more, or just start working out, and just like again become stronger mentally and physically. Because again, I think it's a lot of it's a lot of mental as it is physical, especially like when I'm in the gym or when I'm lifting something. It's I think of it more of as a mental thing, like, oh, I think I can lift this, so I lifted it, and it's like, okay, I did it, and so again, that's a win for me type of thing. So let's open this back up. So yeah, I think of it like that a lot. As far as like again, it's it's a mental and a physical thing. So again, being called weak, not being able to do things, not being able to do things other kids do, that that sparked my interest in the gym. That sparked my fitness and my like learning about the gym, learning with the weights, learning the muscle groups, learning how to work the muscles, learning the best exercises to work the muscles, and exercises, weightlifting routines, eating habits and stuff like that. That all that played a part into this like why on like where I am now as far as like learning how to lift weights. And what prompted this episode, as far as the last episode, is again the questions that I've got is like just saying, dude, you look good. Like for a person that has Marfan syndrome, you look very good. What is it that you do? So with those questions, I figured like, hey, why not? Let's put this in an episode and tell people about how I got here. So being called weak, just looking skinny. I think that since I have started working out, I've put on some weight. I put on a couple pounds. I think the heaviest I ever got. I don't talk about it now or later. I think the heaviest I ever got was 220. And that's an accomplishment for me. That's an accomplishment for my other brothers in my family, because some of them are still struggling to get above the 200 mark. So they got to work on that. I've been working on it. I said my last episode, I eat a lot. I eat a lot of food. I try to take in 3,000 calories a day. And I'm going to get more in depth with that this episode. But I try to take in at least 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. And a lot of those I do try to get from a lot of proteins and a lot of like starchy carbs. I mean, again, you can say what you want about starchy carbs. However, it's been helping me maintain what I've been working on and everything else, and helping me again upgrade in weight class, even though it's probably not the best thing to do being that I have Marfan, but it's helping me upgrade the weight class that I'm in and stuff like that. And if you're on YouTube, I'm about to check if the camera is still rolling. If you're on podcast, you're just gonna get a quick little 10-second quietness. All right, like I said, one man team. So we got to do this one man team style, but it's still recording. Um, yeah, man. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been learning. So let's say give a quick little timeline. So college, I didn't necessarily work out. High school didn't necessarily work out. I had a workout class, but that's the only time that I worked out. And even then, that was a whole story in itself. I didn't even want to go to that class. Middle school didn't work out. So middle school, I actually did like push-ups at home. I would do like 20 to 30 push-ups before I go to sleep. And it actually started working. And then like my chest started to build up, and like little kid, chest started to build up, and I just started feeling like it was getting heavier, like I was getting like titties or breasts or something. I was like, man, this is weird. So I stopped that, and then I went back flat chest McGee. And then that was that for that. So I would say, honestly, graduating college is when I was like, I'm no longer going to be this stick figure anymore. Or like, again, like psychologically, just like no longer be the stick figure. So after graduating college, started my job, went to the gym. My apartment that I moved in when I moved to Texas had a gym. I was just like, oh, look at all this stuff. I don't know how to do any of this. And I just started going with it. Then I think during like during that time, I started to get tired of those machines and weights that were offered in that gym, in that apartment gym. And I joined a UFit that was down the street from my apartment complex. And that is where, honestly, things took off. They had more machines, more weights, more things to do, and I got my first quote-unquote trainer for like the first 2 weeks of me joining that gym. And he put me on to so much. He put me on to so much as far as like what I need to be eating, what I need to be doing, just free game. Just like, again, anybody could tell you like you're only as strong as your weakest arm. And I was just like, damn, that makes so much sense. So like, again, my left side is my weaker side, so I will work out my left side more than I do my right side, just because that's just how my body functions. Again, that's your predominant side. Like a lot of people's predominant side, whatever your predominant side is, your other side is going to be necessarily not as strong. So, in push comes to shove, you work out that weaker side so you can feel like they're even. And of course, the only way to test that is whether lifting up something, seeing how much you struggle with it or whatever. But I think that just comes to like again your nerves and being like, okay, we're gonna choose this side to focus on. So there's nothing bad or nothing good, because again, you can lift as much as you can with the other side, whatever your non-predominant side is. It's just your body likes one side more. Um, so he was also the guy that put me on to, you should, if you're depending on your level of like seriousness, you should be consuming your body weight in grams of protein per day if you're serious about that. And I remember when I was doing that per se, I was seeing results like no one's business. I think now I have not been I've been so let's say for instance I weigh 210, 215 on a good day. Um I don't consume that much protein. I don't think so. So like now I had my milkshake that my protein shake that I was supposed to drink this morning, but I waited to drink it on this podcast. But I think I no. I think I do at least 100, so at least half my weight in protein in grams every day. But I drink one of these at least once a day. Then I have 2 eggs. That's high in protein. So I have like 24 grams for those 2 eggs, 24, 25 grams. And then I eat a lot of chicken throughout the day. Um, I could do better, so I could probably kick in one more of these throughout the day, and then I'd probably be meeting like 175 to 200 grams worth of protein. But I just putting this down. It's so heavy. It's a good protein. I'm gonna show you the bottle later. It's a very good protein. It's just putting it down. It takes a lot of work. But again, that's what you're going to the gym for, so your body can burn through. Blah 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 blah. So let's see. That's what made me start working out. That's a little bit of the journey to where I am now. Let's get stories about the lake. Stories about building weight. So yeah, I remember one time as a child, I was at the lake and I was in the lake, and I couldn't get up. My legs would not allow me to get up off the sand, and I said never again. So I remember even the next summer when I went to the lake, I put myself in the same quote unquote predicament to where I was just sitting on the beach and I tried to like get up. I got up because the thing I didn't want to be again that weak person. I had to like call my brother over to help me up, and I don't know what was going on. It's like my legs would not allow me to get up off the sand. And I just don't know what it is. Again, maybe I was too weak, or maybe I had something weighing me down. Maybe my body was fatigued. I'd have no idea. Um, that was a wake up call, and that's one story that I'll never forget. So that I can never go back and reach that point of not being able to do the little things that normal able-bodied children or men can do. And I think that's one thing that's gonna always stick with me, is that I want to be able to do those things and not feel like I can't. And again, yeah, you could call it a pride or ego thing, but that's just how it is. I don't want to be unable. And I mean, and even call it selfish to my body. I don't want to be unable. And yes, I'm at that. I saw that again, like at 8, 10 years old. I don't want to be unable. So I'm doing everything now as I graduated school, 22 up to now at 28. I'm doing everything now to be able to do anything that I again want to do physically. Stories about feeling weak. Like I said, I think I had that one story that I probably already told, where I tried to like do some Spider-Man stunt as a child, like climbing in the closet, and I just wasn't able to do it. I guess I was more so scared that I couldn't be able to do it. Like now, I feel very confident of what my body can do. Like I said, even now, I'm for this, I've been doing these pull-ups, trying to master my body and what's the word? just basically master my body in a way to do one muscle up. So again, if you know what a muscle up is, that's what I'm trying to do. If you don't, try to YouTube it. And again, there's a lot of tutorials on how to do a muscle up. So I've been looking at different people and their tutorials, basically just managing your body weight, treating your body like a pendulum. So at that time, you can use the muscles that you have to press yourself up on the bar. And so again, that's where I'm at with it now, as far as as far as as far as just again being where I need to be, because that's my goal. If I could do one muscle up, then I could do two, then I could do three, then I've reached to become a Super Saiyan. If you don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z and the whole saga, you're tripping. But that's what my goal is. I want to become a Super Saiyan, and I think becoming a Super Saiyan to me is being able to do one muscle up. I could do the push-ups, I could do the sit-ups, I could do the pull-ups. I need to work on my tricep dips. I used to be able to do those. My tricep muscles. Maybe I need to go back on this 200 grams of protein for real, and get my triceps up. Because again, that is a big part of doing a muscle up, because you have to use your body weight to push up off the bar. So I need to work on my tricep dips. I have been working on them, but that's because, well, the way I'm doing it is with the bench and my feet on the ground and putting my hands on the bench and pressing up. It burns, but I know the way. In order for me to be able to do the muscle up, I have to do the non-assisted tricep dip, and I'm working on it. So we're gonna get to that. We're honestly gonna get to that. So researching workouts that benefit me, workouts and proteins that benefit me. So workouts. So like I said, I do the push-ups, I do the sit-ups, I do the push-ups for my chest and my shoulders and triceps. I do the sit-ups for my 3-pack that I have, because again, I had the AAA surgery twice, basically, and all the muscle tissue from my left side is gone. You can go on my Instagram page and look at the pictures, and you can just see 1, 2, 3, 1, and a whole bunch of scars. But so the push-ups, the sit-ups, my pull-up game, pretty good, I think. Well, not I think. I could do 10 in a row. That'll have to be the first thing I do when I go in the gym. I could do 10 in a row. Close overhand and underhand. My wide overhand needs some work. Again, I have to work on my shoulders. However, but my I guess let's just call this a parallel grip type thing. If you're on podcast, you got to go on YouTube and subscribe. But parallel grip type thing, I can knock 10 out easy, a lot faster than I can do with any other grip. But that's another thing that I've been trying to do, is work on my grip on the pull-up bar, so my muscles or my pull-up game can be equal throughout doing all the pull-ups in the different ways. But not 10 is where I'm at. I'm good at 10. If I do 2 sets of 10 for the day, that's my whole workout. I'm joking, but and again, doing pull-ups and not having like the connective tissue and the muscle tissue to not necessarily support you, it's a whole different game. I remember before my second AAA, my lower abdomen, my back muscles, I should post the video, but my back muscles were insane. Like, they were insane. Like, my back had a 6-pack, and I was cranking out pull-ups like nobody's business. But I think, again, after that second AAA surgery, my body has been definitely affected in some type of way. So I'm just trying to get back to where I was. I think my back muscles are definitely coming back to where they used to be. I do a lot of back workouts. But let's answer the question specifically. So, researching workouts and proteins that benefit me. So the workout, so once I learned about the muscle groups and how they work, I think that's what helped me understand. Again, that helped me understand me. That helped me understand Marfan, and that helped me understand where I need to focus based upon like the body type that I have. So again, my legs look ultra skinny, but my legs can also be ultra strong if I wanted them to. So I focus on the quads, the hams, the calves, and the glutes. those four groups right there. Those four muscles in that one group. That's your lower body. That is your leg. You need to. I do workouts for those differently, and basically, I know like the tap out limit for each of those. So again, that's the one muscle group, and I mean, if I'm wrong, y'all can come and correct me. However, I doubt it. So again, you got your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads, and your calf muscles. Bam, that's leg day. Um, like I said, I work out those different. I work out that group at one day, and just cut it from there. And then and this is what one of my first trainer told me, and I remembered it ever since. And then you have your triceps, your shoulders, and your chest. Those all work in conjunction with each other when you are working out. Your triceps, your shoulders, and your chest. Um, and once I figured that out, I saw how my body, how your body does work with those different muscle groups whenever you're working them all together. Um, so when I would do like any type of chest press type of thing, usually to see how they work. And so now, but you have your biceps, your abdomen, and your biceps, abdomen, and shoot, I forgot the other one that goes. And I'm looking at my body like trying to figure it out. Like your bicep and abdomen. Oh, and your back. There we go. Bicep, abdomen, and back. Those work in conjunction with each other. So again, let's just say if you're doing a row, upright row, you can see your bicep pulls, your tricep pushes, depending on how you're doing it. So now you might do a tricep pull down, but you can also see your shoulders and your tricep get that work in. Now I sound like a trainer. However, this is all the things that I've learned to make sure that my body, that I'm able to 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 feed my body, to give it the workout that it needs, and to look the way that I want to look. And again, these are all the things that I did. Cardio. So again, we have Marfan. We have cardiovascular disease. It gets hard for us to breathe. And as I've had my surgeries, it's gotten harder and harder for me to do a hard work cardio workout. So that's why I think in the past 2-3 years, I've been mainly focused on weightlifting and bodybuilding per se. Again, as much as I can, right? Um, so what am I trying to say? So yeah, cardio day. I used to, like, when I was going to a actual gym and not just my apartment gym, I used to have a day to focus on cardio. I'm talking about 20-minute bike, 20-minute elliptical, 20-minute walk on the treadmill, 10-minute steps, because I had to cut that in half because the stepmaster is a killer. But these are the things that I did that I would think and like try to help my heart and to help me go those greater distances, whether I'm jogging, doing a full-on sprint, which I don't necessarily do anymore unless I have to. And then again, just keeping my heart and my lungs being able to get as much air into it as possible. So I try to do those workouts or cardio days, just to keep up with the Buff Joneses. Like it, I just have this thing in my head to where I have to be able to, I got to be able to do certain things just to keep up, and that was one of them. So I honestly had a leg day. I had the leg day. I had the arm and back day. Well, the bicep and back on that muscle group day. Then I had the tricep, shoulder, and what's the name day. Then I had the cardio day, and then I would have either a bike day where I'm biking, where I'm again getting the cardio in. I got a bike. I have to push my legs. That's a big thing, like outdoor biking, not indoor biking. Or I would have a second leg day because I focus so much on my legs because I'm already skinny, but I need my legs to be as strong. Like, it sounds weird, but I needed my legs to be as strong as skinny as they look. So as you look at my legs, like, damn, he's skinny. I also want that same thought in your mind, to be like, damn, his legs are strong. So that's one thing that I've always try to work on. And I had the testament of that at in Jamaica when we went to Duns River Falls, and I was just like, well, I guess I wasn't working my legs out hard enough. However, those rocks are pretty slippery, so I gave myself a pass. It is what it is. But as I went, let's say as we go, when we did the zip line and the hiking, I think my legs did pretty good. Again, what's the point of working on if you're not gonna put them to use? And that's like the same with, like, let's say moving and stuff like that. I feel myself becoming stronger as I work out. So yeah, those are some of the things that I do, and that's how I group my muscles together in order to get the outcome that I'm looking for. So protein. Before I get my big tub of protein that I have right here. First I started with my local vitamin shop. They had a store-based plant protein. It was working. It was working for a while, and then my body got used to it, and then my body started just like, we need more. We need more protein. And again, I think that at that point, the plant-based protein was a little light. And this is when I first started working out, when I first moved to Texas, 2017. I think it was Garden of Life or something like that. But they had another store brand. It comes in a brown jug. You'll see if you go into the vitamin shop nearest you, you don't miss it. But then I switched to Garden of Life, and Garden of Life had me looking pretty swole. But Garden of Life was good. And then I was like, all right, let me switch it up then. I switched to a whey protein. And if you know anything about Body Tech is like one of the proteins to go to. However, I did the Body Tech, I think it was called like Isolation. It came in like a blue and orange bottle, and I think it was a whey protein. That thing, I would honestly say that is a scary protein. Like, it worked so much that I had to just drop it. I dropped it like a bad habit. I was like, man, all right, this is working good, but it's working too fast. I want to build up what I'm working on. So after I did the Body Tech protein, I probably went back to Garden of Life. Yeah, definitely went back to Garden of Life. All vanilla flavors, of course. And this is for anybody that's writing this down. Again, you guys asked, so I'm just supplying you with what I've done and what I do. I went to Planta, and forgive me if I mispronounced the name. So I think that was the Marsha Ambrosia Collective. So I think that's again a group of people, Instagram people, big buff dudes. They came out with their protein. They went into the lab with a couple people, figured it out, what they wanted in their protein. But the Marsha Ambrosia Collective, they have a protein called Planta. So I did that for a while. Of course, they have extraordinary flavors. I forgot what flavor I had, but it was pretty good. Got off of that because I honestly didn't feel like it was doing anything for me. Then I went to this another plant-based protein. I just forget which that one was. However, I think that one was like backed by like LeBron and Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, and it worked. It worked. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It worked. However, I think it was a little bit too expensive for what I was willing to pay for a protein. And so now I have now switched back to an animal-based protein. And the way that they tell me about this one and the way I can feel it, this one is like no fillers. It's all animal. So again, like all dehydrated, grinded up meat. But give me one second. So for the people that are on YouTube, it's called Recon 1 or Redcon 1 MRE Light. The free promo, right? This is the one I'm now. So it says no whey protein, 2 grams of sugar per serving and mixes easily. It definitely mixes easily. There's no like powder residue. You're not gonna taste it or anything like that. Um, so yeah, so this is the vanilla milkshake, animal-based protein, real whole food. So yeah, no fillers in this one. Um, yeah, warning labels. Who cares about those, right? So for added protein, a bridge between meals or protein-rich snack, 1 scoop of MRE Light with 4 to 6 ounces of your favorite beverage or water, and shake well and consume. And so the good thing about this one that it says our whole food meal replacement powder. Oh, this is a hold on meal replacement? No, actually, no. This is just the protein because there's a difference between like the protein supplement, quote unquote, and the meal replacement. There's a meal replacement. I've seen it, but this one isn't it. But they put it on back here anyway. Our whole food meal replacement powder (MRE) is now available in low calories, introducing MRE Light. So this is MRE Light with lower calories. So 130 calories per scoop, which is good, but you also get 24 grams of protein per serving, so per scoop, which is again most typical. I think the highest you're gonna get at any other protein is probably like 30 grams of protein. So I mean, again, it is what it is. So as I said, whole food sources as our original MRE formula, but with much less carbohydrates, so much less carbs. I do want to put the carbs back in here, but they don't have the full version at the vitamin shop that I go to. Ideal for the person keeping close and watchful eye on their macronutrients. That means if you're dieting and on a restricted calories, you can enjoy one-of-a-kind whole food meal replacement powder MRE Light. So yeah, I've been having the MRE Light version since I was introduced to it. Don't even know what the full version tastes like, but I'm pretty sure it tastes good. So yeah, this one's good. So if I can read some of the ingredients that I can pronounce from here. So they have the beef protein, pea protein, brown rice protein, chicken protein, egg, salmon protein, natural and artificial flavors, milk creamer for the texture, of course the cellulose gum. It's not the most natural thing in the world. I never said that. It's just it helps. And of course the MCT oil, salt, and a whole bunch of other stuff that we can't pronounce and we probably should not be consuming. However, Redcon MRE or MRE Light is what I'm using right now. I did say I was going to change it, so they had a buy one get one free sale. So I bought 2. This one's almost done. I probably could have another one of these before I go to bed, but this one's almost done. And I have 1 more jug, 30 more servings to finish. I'm gonna try to finish that within a month. I'm gonna have one each day. And then my next time I go to vitamin shop, I'm gonna try a new protein and let y'all know how that one goes. But yeah, so those are the different proteins that I've been trying. So let's move on to the next one. So using myself as inspiration and other people. So yeah, once I started telling my family like I was in the gym, I saw a switch in either them wanting to, I guess, become healthier or just like, oh dang, well if you in the gym, let me go see what this gym life really about. Because I guess I was the unsuspecting person to be inside the gym. Again, I was skinny, nerd, this, that, the third, like gym. Why just in the gym? And of course, my mom, as worried as she is, she did not want me in the gym. However, that's where I become just conscious of what it is that I'm actually doing in the gym. But what was I gonna say? So like, yeah, being an inspiration. Like, so again, inspiration to myself. So like, as I see my results, that only makes me want to work harder and harder and harder and harder. Can't go too hard because again, I have a condition, so I need to know my limits, which I have figured out over the years. And one of my rules and limits is, so I don't miss it, is I try not to chest press or bench press a lot. Again, it does help build my chest up. It does help build my triceps and my shoulders up. However, that is a very extraneous workout that does put a lot of pressure on your heart. And you have to, if you're going to do that, you have to be very cognitive and mindful of how much weight you're trying to bench press, can your body and your heart take it, and how many reps you're thinking about doing. So that's what I think about that every time. I honestly think about that every time that I'm in the gym or it's chest day and I'm just like, ooh, should I be doing this today? Um, Personally, I would say that I have reached a mighty high weight of the chest press. And that's my other thing. All machines seem to be different, but I have reached a limit. A limit, which is a pretty cool limit on this chest press machine. Um, so one day, well, let's say 2 days that I remember. One day I was in there with somebody, and I was like, all right, do this. It was set at 245. They did it. Again, they don't have Marfans. They did it at 245. And I was like, well, no, I can't do it at 245. I knocked it down to 200, cranked out two of them. I was surprised. 200 chest press for me? Look at these arms. These arms aren't pushing anything. I was surprised. So I went in, and it was easier that day. I went in there probably 2 days from there, cranked it back on 200. I was struggling, but I think I pumped out three. And I was just like, wow. But again, I don't recommend that. I won't do it again. I think on the safe side, I can do 150 chest press. And again, to most people, that's nothing because again, when you're taking if you're doing bench press and you're taking the weight of the barbells and the two plates that you might add on to it, it's not that much. It's enough for me. It's enough for me to do what I got to do to feel as strong as I need to feel and look at my body and like, okay, those are results. So like, again, stuff like that serves as my inspiration to keep going back to the gym. I want to, again, like I said, I'm always going to say it. I want to feel strong. I want to be strong. So those type of things that test my strength and to know that I'm going and moving in the right direction in the gym, I can't help but be like, oh man, this is awesome. This is cool. So yeah, that was an event for me. When I cranked that 200 out, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm in here." But like I said, I don't do it often, so that's why I was honestly surprised by it because I didn't expect that my body was at that level of cranking that out and putting that out and still going. And we still had a full workout that day. So that was dope for me. Honestly, that was real dope for me. And again, inspiration on other people. Like again, how people have now come to me and said, "Damn, you look good. Like, what is it that you're doing?" Or like, "All right, Elijah been in the gym." And the person that might have not known that I had Marfans or anything like that, or just, "Damn, Elijah, we see that you in the gym. What you be doing?" I'm like, a little bit there and there. But now I'm telling you like what it is that I do. Whether you have Marfans or not, I do these different workouts every day, and I'm guaranteed it's gonna help you. But you have to, again, me saying all of this, you have to be, and I'll state it again, you have to be mindful of what it is that you're doing. You have to listen to your body, and that's one thing that I very much do. I listen to my body when I'm in the gym. If I'm tired, I put it down. If I get a cramp, put it down. If I get a headache, put it down. If I get a hot flash, put it down. My vision goes blurry, put it down, walk away, try again tomorrow. You got to listen to your body. Like a lot of people, I guess bodybuilders and other things, people like that, they break their limits. We can't do that. Sad to say, and I mean again, we shouldn't do that. Especially having Marfans or just anybody in general. Listen to your body, man. The body is tired. If your body says, if you do this one workout today and then we could go home, I guarantee you we could get 3 workouts done tomorrow. Your body's just telling you a secret that he wants y'all to keep, and we'll return the next day. So that's one thing that I take seriously as far as going into the gym. I listen to my body. I listen to my fatigue. I don't take like pre-workouts or anything like that. So I don't do the caffeine thing. I think I did it like one time, and I was like, this is honestly not for me. I didn't really feel any type of way. I was just like, to know like how much caffeine goes into like some pre-workouts, I didn't do it. Because again, I have a heart condition. What I look like having caffeine while I'm bench pressing stuff that I'm not supposed to. I'm good on that one. So yeah, that was one thing. But again, that's just me. So the thing was just like serving as an inspiration for myself is just every day I see my progress. Like I don't know if I stated, but like this quarter from April to June, I'm doing 30 sit-ups a day. I'm doing these 30 sit-ups a day, and I see the progress. And if I incorporate some more core workouts while I'm laying on the ground, I feel the progress. Like again, your core is gonna start burning. So like I'm gonna have the strongest 4-pack, the strongest awkwardly 4-pack that you've ever seen in life, and it's gonna be crazy. And I'm just gonna be like, I did it. And I know one thing. So one thing that I don't have in my gym right now is an actual ab machine, like an ab cruncher. I'm doing all these sit-ups on the floor, but then I guarantee you, if I had an ab machine, this is what's honestly pushing me to join a gym. If I had an ab machine, my abs would be elite. Like I'll be cut to the core. Cut to the core. Because I'm working on core. Didn't catch that. But yeah, man. With these 30 sit-ups a day, I see the progress, and again, that just serves as inspiration to just keep going. Like I missed Sunday, I went in the gym, I did 60. I felt it. And I did them this morning. Did my 30 this morning and a couple other workouts, and I felt it. So again, I'm honestly just pushing myself to keep going. And the other thing, and I would say another reason why I'm also doing these 30 sit-ups along with the 10 pull-ups a day, is to see how much definition my abdomen can honestly get. Because like I said, they took out so much of the muscle tissue on the left side that it's been hard for me to form my body and back into a six-pack. Like you can see, or you not see, but you can feel like the muscle tissue that's left, but it's not that abdomen muscle tissue that was once there or that you can see on everybody else's body. So one thing that I'm doing is I'm consuming all the protein, and I'm just trying to help my body do what it needs to do to get back into a lean core type thing, like a lean core machine. I'm gonna stop with all these lines. I talked about my first trainer, but my first trainer, solid dude. I would see him do some of his workouts. He was like 5'5", probably 230 something pounds, and solid. Like that's all I can really say. So again, why would I not take advice from him? He was still like very friendly, very very gentle type of dude. He allowed me to work out with him a couple times that we weren't training. He'd come up to me, approach me, dap me up. I'm just like, why wouldn't I take advice from this dude that is, again, one, kind-hearted and just ripped? Dude was swole. Like, he wasn't ripped, he was swole. And again, I was like, all right, if he's this swole and he's telling me this is how much I'm going to have to consume in order to even remotely get to where he is, I got to listen to him. And again, now that I listen to him and I'm feeling the same results, and like, why would I not continue to do what it is that he told me to do? But I forget his first name, but if he's still in Fort Worth, kudos to him. He's still training people. And I've actually seen him train other people while I've lived in Fort Worth, and like, he was able to get them to a place. I've seen it from start to finish for a couple of his clients, and he was like able to get them to a place to where like you can see the differences like on the outside. Like again, they could probably see the differences for themselves in the mirror. They take off their clothes to see. But like when they started to come to the gym, clothes on, and like I could see that. I was like, okay, that's the dude. That's a trainer. But nah, man, good dude. Told me about the muscle groups. Told me about the protein. Told me about the calories. Told me about the carbs that I should be taking and stuff like that. And he's just like, and again, another piece of advice that he gave to me is be mindful of empty calories. I told him, I was like, I eat a lot of granola bars. He was like, man, a lot of that stuff is just sugar. Yeah, I told him, I was like, I drink a lot of smoothies from Smoothie King. He was like, that's cool, just take out the turbinado. That's sugar, straight sugar. Like again, they already mixed it with ice cream and everything like that. Now they add in this extra sugar that you honestly don't need because it's already sweet. I started to do that. Ever since he told me that, I started to take out the turbinado. Every time I go to Smoothie King, turbinado out. And my favorite drink from Smoothie King, if you guys do want to have that favorite drink that I have, is the is the Strawberry Hope 32 ounce. I go there on Fridays. Your local, what's the name? Might do the Fridays where they offer $5 32 ounces, or now they make you upgrade for $6 or whatever. Um, how my surgery slowed my progress. So again, my first AAA surgery, uh, November 2018, my first AAA surgery. I was doing so well. I was doing so well. Going to the gym, this, that, and the third, and bam, AAA surgery, one of the biggest surgeries you could have. Anybody could tell you. Bam, bam, bam. Not being able to work out for over 4 months because I had to give my body time to heal. And again, I had this scar that if I did a pull up, my body could just rip open, right? So, not being able to work out was, I felt bad. All my muscle mass went away. All my body weight went away. I had trouble putting on, keeping on, and taking off my clothes. I would have to call people to assist me to get out of bed. Like, that's how weakened my body was. Again, I went from like 210 pounds to 170 pounds based off of a 8 to 10 hour surgery, or however long it took. I had to learn how to walk again. My legs were fatigued from laying in the bed for over 6 days until walking up to day 7, spending 12 days in the hospital. I had all this stuff that I had to do and learn how to do and just basically come to grips with again. It took a toll on my body. And again, that's where I lost that's where I lost the quote unquote six pack that I had. Like, that's where it took a toll. And now I'm about to check if this is still recording on YouTube. Hold on. But no, that's where my body took a toll. So let's just, all right, process. I'm home. I couldn't get out of bed. I didn't want to walk. Everything hurts. Like, basically, then I had to go back to work because I couldn't stay at home anymore. And losing out on, I guess, money at that point. But went back to work. Started working out again. I took it real slow. I think the first day I didn't want to take it slow anymore is the first day I did the pull up. It didn't hurt too bad because I did give myself and my body time enough to like mend and heal and put everything back together. So I did one pull up, raced home, and was like, yo, I did a pull up. Yeah, raced home, told my girl at the time. I was like, yo, I did a pull up, and it's like, oh snap, I think I'm back now. So I think that next, after like 2 weeks after that passed, I went back, feeling myself, putting myself back into shape, went back. Let's just say the next year, preparing for my first ankle surgery. I didn't think the ankle surgery was going to take me out the game like that, but the cast weighed a lot. Again, your body's now in shock because it just went into something new has happened to your body. And again, I could barely get around. My mobility was limited because I was on a knee scooter. And anybody that's ever had a knee scooter or dealt with a knee scooter, horrible. So that even took me a while to head back to the gym and feel normal because again, like if I did a pull up and I like just wanted to come down, I had to be like, oh, I got a cast on, can't come down. So working out, and I bought like bands and stuff like that, but it just wasn't the same as going to the gym. I had a pull-up bar at the house. It just wasn't the same as going to the gym. Like I prepared for the ankle surgery knowing that I would be down and just in the house. It didn't feel the same. So honestly, at that point is when my body is like my body and the mental struggle that I'm quote unquote still having. That's when that happened. When that surgery happened, it's been harder for me. Like I've been pushing 5 times as hard to get back to where I was pre first AAA surgery. So then, bam! Right after that ankle surgery, 3 months later, I had my second ankle surgery, and had to do the casting, the knee scooter thing again, and recover. And I lost even more weight. I was losing weight, losing muscle, everything. And I think when I started back after that, I guess quote unquote healed. Still hasn't healed, but that healing at that time, I was 180, 190. So you can understand I was doing sit ups, I was doing push ups, I was doing steps, I was doing everything that I possibly could to get back to where I wanted to be pre AAA surgery. And then bam, second AAA surgery. My body went through so much in a time period in a 7 month time. No, let's not say 8 month time, 8 to 9 month time period. It's ridiculous. I had my first ankle surgery 8 4 19 or something. I think that was the date. Had the second one January 3rd, 2020. Had a heart surgery May 5th to the 10th of 2020. Within those three surgeries, I'm still trying to like train and get back to where I needed to be. Then after that heart surgery again, I've been ripped open again. So now I have to wait for the skin to mend. I had this little staple that's been like stuck inside. I don't know where it is now. All that stuff, all of that, I had to just wait. And so now I think, and this is where I ate a lot to get back to like 220. I worked out a lot to like get my body back to where it was. And I think as of like now, where the beginning of this year is probably the best place where I've been physically to like when I posted those pictures on Instagram, I wasn't where I wanted to be at all. I can tell you that now. I was not where I wanted to be. However, push came to shove, and I took off my shirt, posted those pictures, and granted, I still looked good. I was told I looked good. I liked it, I think. But this year is where I definitely want to be physically. I feel like I can do more. I feel like I can lift more. I feel like I can. I feel like I can just be that person that I want to be, and then the Eddie Murphy from Coming to America Candy where it says sexual trouble. But I'm gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, man, those surgeries definitely it put my gym progress on the back burner. I had to heal and take care of self and just find out what it meant to heal. It was a slow process. It was a good process though. But that was probably like the skinniest I've ever looked there in that whole time. And getting back that weight took a long time because I remember when I even texted my friends, I was like, man, I can't wait to get back to 210, 210, 210. 210 was my number. It was like 210 or 215, but that was my number that I was trying to reach for so long. I think I text messages somewhere, but I remember when I reached that day, I think that's when I posted more pictures on Instagram, happy about my weight, where I was, how I got back to it. And it just took work and consistency. So if there's one thing that, again, if you're looking to gain weight, having Marfans, or just, looking to gain weight, looking to gain muscle, you have to be consistent. You got to be consistent. And again, not necessarily going to the gym and pumping your brains out. However, you got to do some type of workout to where the food that you're intaking is being, the way that I like to think about it is like the food that you're taking is being distorted throughout your body. Whether it's your arms, your neck, your legs, your butt, your feet, your thighs, your abs, like somewhere that food is being distorted, but you have to be consistent on the eating part and the working out part. And that's one thing that I can say that I've honestly been, since I moved to Texas, since after all my surgeries, been consistent. So applaud for consistency. Trying to get my brothers to work out. So yeah, two of my brothers particularly, they want to gain weight, but they don't want to work out. So to you two, yeah, man, you got to go to the gym and quit telling me you don't have time to go to the gym. Quit telling me that there are better things for you to do. Quit telling me that you don't want to change what you're eating. Quit telling me all of that nonsense, man. Just go and do it. You're never gonna hit the 200 mark if you're not consistent with it, and that's all I'm gonna say. I have workouts for you guys to do. I have stuff for you to eat, protein supplements, and everything that will help you get to where you need to be. And I would just say, like, again, to reach 200 before, I guess, your next birthday is highly possible. Both of you guys are born on the same day. Hint, hint. But no, man, I think you guys can do it. I've been trying to get them to work out since I started hitting the gym and just telling them how liberating it is for me. I've been trying to just get them to the gym, and they was like, man, and one brother was like, man, to go to the gym, you got to have a gym body. I was just like, what? I was like, if that's your philosophy, then work out at home. Man, I ain't got no time. Then stop saying that. This, again, my thing is you find a gym, you be consistent, and then, again, you'll hit the mark that you would want to hit as much as you're going to get there as fast as your body allows you to. Again, we're all of our bodies are different. Morphin has all hit us differently, but you're gonna hit it as fast as you think you can. But it's been fun, man. It's been a fun process, and I think that if they decide to join, they'll have fun doing it too. Let me take a sip of this before it starts to get hot. Excuse me. On YouTube. Here. But yeah, it's pretty good. I had like this other stuff in there that's not good, so it's like clashes with the taste. Other than that, I've been drinking it. It's good. I set up an app goal for the quarter. I told you guys 30 sips a day. Trying to get this deadly 4-pack down. So the next time I take off my shirt on somebody's beach, I'm just like, what's his name? Baywatch. I'm just gonna be Baywatching. So yeah, my actual workout routine, how I start, my muscle group focuses, increase the weights, what I try to stay away from, how I know I had enough, knowing the limit, importance of an Apple Watch or a health monitor. Okay, I talked about some of this already. However, to go into a little bit more depth about it, I start my work routine off with some type of cardio. Lately, it's been the bike because honestly, I just don't feel like walking at 4 a.m. in the morning. So I sit on the bike and put it on like a high resistance level and just pedal. So that's definitely that. And then so as far as like the day, it just depends on the day. So like this quarter, like again, I'll start with my sit-ups and whatever else, and my pull-ups, get those out the way, and then I start my real muscle group workout. So again, cardio, my goal workout, which is again my sit-ups and my pull-ups, and then my muscle group workout. So my muscle group workout, let's just say for arm day, we probably got some, well, not arm day, for back and bicep day, back, ab, and bicep day. Again, I got my abs out the way, this time around. But for like, I'll do some dumbbell curls, get some dumbbell curls in, and then get some of those in whether I'm seated or standing, because your body works differently in both scenarios. So if you're seated, it takes a little pressure off your brain and your body if you're seated. If you're standing up, sometimes I prefer to stand up, but again, you're using more of your core at that point, because now you have to stand, you have to support the weight, and you have to curl that dumbbell. For my back, I'll do so at my old gym, they had like a back extension raise type machine. This gym has a pull down and a lateral row. So I make those. I do the best with what I got. So I do those. Make the best with what I got. I do those. Work out my back, and again, that's just for like again bicep, ab, and arm, and back day. So we're just gonna keep going. So so that has to do with my muscle group focuses. So again, how I start cardio, go workout, then my muscle group focuses. So every now and then I do decide to increase the weight. Again, you have to do what your body is allowing you to do and what you're telling your body you can do. So every now and then I increase the weight. So like say for instance, I'll and it depends how I want to work out that day too. So let's just say for a heavy day, I'll start out with like 30 pounds on the dumbbell. Um, After like two sets of like 10 or 15, 10 to 15, I'll increase it to 35 and do like 8 to 10 on those, and then I'll even take up a 40. The 40 again, I gotta focus, but I lock it in and I pump it up. That's probably where I'll stop, but I lock it in, pump it up, and I'll probably do like a good 5 on each arm. But that's the regular dumbbell curls. You also have something called hammer curls. You have hammer curls too. So my hammer curls are pretty good. I can do 40 no problem with my hammer curls, and I think that's another reason why I'm able to crank out as much pull-ups as I possibly can, because my my bicep, because again that's what you're using to actually get that pull-up done, is elite. Like it's elite for me. I like it. I like where I'm at with my bicep. I like where I'm at with my lateral pull game. Like I like it. So again, I'm the adult that I'm the adult that I want to be, and I'm lifting the weights that are doing well for me. Again, there are people buffer than me my age. There are actually people skinnier than me that are my age. So I would think I'm doing pretty good. As I keep bringing this laptop, probably shut down by now. So that's just like increasing the weight. So basically, with increasing the weight, you just have to listen to what your body is telling you. Are you mentally ready to increase the weight? If not, sit down. We're gonna get there eventually. But again, I like to listen and push myself at the same time. That's just something you got to be able to do if you want the progress that you're hoping for. You got to listen, and you have to break those that mental barrier of saying, "Oh, it's too heavy." And that's one thing I've actually stopped saying in the gym. Yeah, like I'll try it. Well, I'll do it. I'll do the exercise probably for one time, and I'll put it down. Nope, I'm gonna revert back to this weight. But it's all good. What I try to stay away from, like I said, I try to stay away from chest pressing and bench pressing. Like I said, it's a lot of pressure on your heart. It's a lot of pressure on your bones. It's just a lot of pressure to get that done, and I feel that pressure. Like I honestly try to stay away from it. If I'm doing it, I'm doing a very lightweight with a lot of reps. To where like I start to get fatigue through my chest area. Again, it takes a while because my body is used to doing heavy things. However, I'm completely happy and content with doing more reps of a lighter weight, and knowing that I'm not putting as much strain on my body that I would be doing with a heavier weight. So chest press and what's the name? And bench press are some of the things I try to stay away from. How I know I had enough, knowing your limit. Like I said, I listen to my body. If it says, "Oh, this is too heavy," put it down. If it says, "Oh, I can't breathe," put it down. If I look at my Apple Watch, then that's my next point. But if I look at the Apple Watch and see that it's like at 200 BPM, stop, drop, and roll. Like I stop whatever I'm doing because I know I'm not supposed to be that high with the type of person that I am. Again, I listen to my body, and you can't ignore what's going on. Like I said, when I had my surgery, I ignored what was going on for 2 days. By the third day, I said, "Okay, it's time to go." And imagine if I would have waited till Friday like I wanted to, I would have been dead. So therefore, you have to listen to what's going on in your body. That's all that is. So the importance of an Apple Watch or a health monitor. So again, my health monitor of choice is my Apple Watch. I had a Series 1. And again, as we know, if we know the history of it, the Series 1 just did the BPM. Then so like that September that I had my heart surgery in November, that September they came up with the Series 4 and it had an echocardiogram on it. So again, you put your fingertip on the thing and it sends a little shock to your body starts talking and you get the little echo. So after my heart surgery in that November, I bought a Series 4 for the echocardiogram. Again, it tells you like different things about your heart, whether I think it can tell you whether you're in like AFib or anything like that. But one thing that I do use my Apple Watch for, if I feel that my BPMs, like I feel my heart bumping out my chest, I use my Apple Watch to do the BPMs and also the echocardiogram, because you can see how fast it spikes. And one thing about, I guess, some doctors' offices, you can send that info to your doctor and begin potentially save your life depending on what's going on. I've had a couple of parts where my heart would beat and I'll just check it and I'm like, all right, let me just sit down and drink some water, because I think at this point in time, my doctor does not take those readings. However, I'm pretty sure I can like save them and send them to his office, and they'll probably still tell me to come in. But having a health monitor, or again an Apple Watch, Galaxy Watch, anything that can help monitor your health, recommended. I also do, as young as I am, I do have a blood pressure machine to check my blood pressure every now and then. Again, make sure that I'm taking my losartan and my metoprolol every now and then for the metoprolol, but I take my losartan every day, and I take those medications, of course, again, to help regulate. I do not, well, that's the wrong way to put it. I don't ignore everything my doctor says. I do what I feel is right for me while doing what he recommends for me as well. So if they're telling me metoprolol and losartan are good things to take, I do my research, I take them, and I still work out the way I need to for my benefit and to make me feel good. So yeah, just like that. The importance of an Apple Watch or a monitor. If you're going into the gym and you don't have a health monitor, invest in one before you step your foot inside the gym. Just to have that extra step of precaution that might not have been available before. So yeah, all right. So we've reached the end of the episode. So now we have words of advice. Don't be scared to work out. Knowing your limit is the most important thing. Is more important than being scared. Simply put. And again, I'm going to read it again. Don't be scared to work out. Knowing your limit is more important than being scared. Because again, I think with that is, after you get over the fear of working out, you just have to know what you're doing and how to do it. Nothing's going to happen unless you make it happen. Like, again, that's what have something bad happening in the gym or something good in your progress. Like, nothing is going to happen unless you make it happen. And again, everyone in the gym is grown. Everyone has a goal that they're trying to reach. But again, as far as like us and having Marfans, if that comes, just have your health monitor, and be mindful. Because again, I know me. Like, say for instance, if I'm having like something going on, I'll walk out before I tell anybody. But that again, that's just me listening to my body, knowing like, oh, it's time to go. It's time to go. I don't want to fall out into people's gyms and stuff like that. It's just time for me to go and do what I need to do and take care of myself. But again, you just have to know your limit. And once you learn your limit and you know whether it's the weight limit, your heart limit, you just listen to your body. I think you're gonna be a-okay. A-okay. But I'll read it one more time. Don't be scared to work out. Knowing your limit is more important than being scared. So take that as it is. So for the conclusion, my physical journey isn't over. I have the mentality that I want to look like the Rock or LeBron James. So I train and focus as hard as they do, even though I know I may never look like them physically. So let me read that one more time. My physical journey is far from over. I have the mentality that I want to look like The Rock or LeBron James. So I train and focus as hard as they do, even though I know I may never look like them physically. So again, I think that's the mentality that I have as far as like when I go into the gym, and as far as when I eat. I look at the people that I'm like, man, if I didn't have Marfan, this is how I would look. Um, I look at what they're eating, I look at how they work out, and I look at what they're doing, and I try to mimic each avenue of what it is that they do. So again, if you go, The Rock is very vivid and candid about what he is and what he eats and the workouts that he does. The Iron Paradise. I can't wait to have my own house so I can get my own gym popping in either an extra room or the garage. Like that's a vision of mine. Gonna have my own little Iron Paradise, but he again, his food, what he eats. LeBron, he's playing basketball, still playing basketball over 20 years. You think that comes natural? No, he puts in work. Strongest men. I think I mentioned their names, but again, they eat a lot, but they also work out a lot. I look at each of those people, and even Conor McGregor. They posted like his workouts one day and what he eats and how he trains, and I was like, man, that's very interesting. I look at all those people and say, that's how I potentially want to look, and those are the things that they're doing. So I might as well get up and do the same with caution. And again, I'm pretty sure they take caution in everything that they do too. However, I'm taking an extra caution because I am not like them. They do not have a cardiovascular diagnosis, so therefore I have to take the precautions that I need while still thinking I'm gonna look like them one day. So again, that's ultimately that's my inspiration. Like I look at them, they're my inspiration. I look at my body, I'm inspired to do more to potentially get where I need to be. Like, and then like it gets deep. So like again, they're my inspiration. I look at myself as an inspiration, and I hope I'm inspiring others to get inside the gym and do what needs to be done. So signing off. Shout outs, man. Shout outs to the trainers. I said shout out to the trainers, haters, motivators, friends, and family. Without y'all, I would not be here. But yeah, shout out to all you guys, man. To the haters, get out. You need to get up, get out, and do something. To the trainers, I did have another trainer. I only went to her once. Didn't really enjoy that session. But the trainer that I met in Fort Worth, dude, you have no idea. Like, you changed the way that I've worked out since I met you. Motivators, thanks. Whoever's motivated me to stay inside the gym, thanks. If you motivated me to try to get me outside of the gym, it's not gonna happen. That's one thing that makes me happy. And again, you got to do the things that make you happy, and it makes me happy to train. It makes me happy to think that I can look like something I would never look like. Like that's just how happy I am when I get inside the gym. And friends and family, thanks. Go to the gym with a couple friends and family every now and then, and it feels good. I like to see how they work out. I like to and smile and just keep working out. Like working out is definitely it brings me joy. It brings me happiness. It brings me everywhere I need to be, like a place of zen to where I need to be. So, how to reach me? So like I said, YouTube is up, Instagram is up, both my Instagrams are up, both my Twitters are up. We're still working on the Facebook. However, we're here. Everything is in the description on how to reach me. You can email me, comment, this, that, and the third. I'm going to look at all of it. I will get back to you. And new things, some other things are coming. Like again, I'm gonna start getting a couple features on the podcast, just to couple features on the podcast. Just again get another perspective of people with Marfans and how they came up and what it was like for them and what they do day to day and stuff like that. So yeah, all that is coming. Just bear with me. You're gonna hear it soon. Subscribe and click the bell. So yeah. If you're on YouTube, you know what bell I'm talking about. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe button for that bell, that extra bell to get that notification. So when I post a video, go ahead and click it. You know you're interested. You know you want to know what's next. Go ahead and click the bell. Um, but yeah, man, this has been a good and informative episode. We're at an hour and 14 minutes or something around that, depending on how editing goes. But yeah, man, it's been good. It's been real. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Enjoy what you got left going on for the week. Whenever you decide to listen to this for the day, morning, week, weekend. I am Eli, the Marfan homie, signing off.